My name is Darrin Sirois. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I'm a 25-year veteran of the U.S. Army. My 25 years, I spent some time in Panama, Bosnia, the first Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. And it never stopped. You know, for 25 years, there's always something going on. It was just a constant deployment. It's hard to walk away, especially when your buddies are still in the fight, and to see them continue to get injured. And there's a part of you that feels empty, that you should still be there, but you can't because you retired or you got out. And you start thinking about getting out, what you're going to do. The knife making actually helped put my mind in a place it didn't need to be. In other words, it was my therapy. I applied for #knives. I got North Carolina, sorry knife makers. This is a rough cut Sangrador, the very knife that CRKT is now making for the Forged by War series. We'll go through a couple of the processes here in the shop and you get to see what it takes to make a Sangrador. All right, fire it up. When I first started making knives, it was nothing more than a hobby. Not only did it continue to keep my hands busy, it kept my mind busy. Bingo. It puts my mind in a place where it should be, not where it shouldn't be. We now have the fuller. I'm not concerned about things that happened in the past. I'm not thinking about deployments. I'm not thinking about prepping for deployments or things that happen. And I'm absolutely passionate about making the best possible blade I can make. All right, not only for the regular civilian guys out there, but for my counterparts that are still in the fight. Now it's time for heat treat, going in the oven. I chose to design a Dagger just from its lineage and past history of the Daggers. I mean, these knives are just tested, tried, and true. So what I tried to do is design something similar, but in a full tang, something that was strong, tough, something that I knew the soldiers could carry on their kit or on their belt, and something that would hopefully save a life one day. I preferred the Texture G10 because it provides a phenomenal grip, whether you've got blood, sweat, mud on your hands. The handle is ready to be ground on the Wilmot grinder. The Forged by War program is a phenomenal program that CRKT started. They're donating 10% of every knife sold to a nonprofit charity of our choice. Mine happens to be Purple Heart Homes. We're gonna head up to the sandblast cabinet. I'm gonna bead blast this really good, and then we'll go ahead and powder coat it. The Sangrador is an absolute symmetrical design with a 5.5-inch blade, so it doesn't need to be indexed. In other words, you can grab it and there's no right or wrong cutting side. I designed the tip with a little more broader of a point than, say, the V42, because that was historically an issue where the tip broke. So I wanted to make sure the tip was a little more stout. Goes through and it goes. So it's an absolute multi-purpose tool, aside from the fact that it is an absolutely devastating dagger that could do some damage. Let's go sharpen it.
As a military guy in the Rangers and Special Forces and Special Operations, we all carry knives. So we know what we like to have. We know how we want it to fit on our kit. We know how we want it to feel on our hand, and we know what we want that knife to do once we use it. I just applied those principles to how I design a knife, how I would want it.
There it is. In my right hand is my handmade one, and my left hand is the CRKT version. As you can see, dimensionally, they are identical. They did an outstanding job at making my Sangrador. They absolutely nailed it. My name is Darrin Sirois. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I designed the Sangrador for CRKT and the Forged by War series.